Welcome back to the channel, Coins Buyers. Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from the late 20th century, the 1-cent 1999 penny. This little copper gem might look like any other penny in your pocket, but let me tell you, it has an intriguing story to tell and could be worth way more than its face value. Stick around to discover how a simple penny could bring you thousands of dollars. Before we get into the mind-blowing details of its value, let's first take a moment to appreciate the story behind the 1999 penny. It was a pivotal year for the United States, and like every penny minted before it, this one carries its own little piece of history. In 1999, the country was preparing for the turn of the millennium, a momentous occasion that would change the world in many ways. The 1-cent 1999 coin was part of the regular minting process that continued to circulate widely, but unbeknownst to most people, this specific penny could become a rare collectible, with some versions selling for eye-watering amounts. Let's talk about the design for a second. On the front of the coin, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that's been with us since 1909. This image is engraved by Victor David Brenner, and it remains one of the most recognizable in American coinage history. Flipping it over, you'll find the reverse, featuring the famous 1 cent inscription along with the Lincoln Memorial, another symbol of American pride. But it's not just the designs that matter here, it's the subtle differences that make the 1999 penny so valuable. Now, let's get into what makes this coin special and why collectors go crazy for it. The 1999 penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. Most of the pennies from that year are worth only 1 cent, but certain rare variations and errors can drive the value up exponentially. To be clear, not every 1999 penny is worth thousands of dollars. Like any collectible, the value depends on a number of factors. Let's break it down. The most common version of the 1999 penny is, well, just a regular penny. But the ones that catch the eyes of collectors are the rare varieties and those with errors in the minting process. For example, some of these pennies were struck with a double die, meaning that the image was stamped onto the coin twice, creating a distorted or doubled effect. A double die error can make the coin much more valuable, as these types of mistakes are relatively rare and difficult to find. Another factor is the coin's condition. Like any collectible item, the better the condition, the higher the value. A 1999 penny in excellent, uncirculated condition could be worth significantly more than one that's worn down or tarnished from years of handling. But here's the kicker: among these varieties, there are some pennies that are truly rare. Certain coins that have unique characteristics, such as striking errors, unusual wear patterns, or just being part of a limited number produced, have been known to fetch a pretty penny themselves. In fact, a handful of 1999 pennies have sold for thousands of dollars in auction houses and online marketplaces. Collectors and numismatists will pay a premium for a 1999 penny with a rare mistake or in mint condition. It's these factors that elevate the value of the coin, making it a prized possession for those who know where to look. For example, the most sought-after version of the 1999 penny is one that's in near-perfect condition. If you find a penny with no visible damage and a crisp, clear image of Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial, you're looking at something special. But it's not just about the look of the coin, it's the scarcity and demand that can really drive the price up. So, what's the actual worth of the 1999 penny? Well, if you happen to find one of these rare coins, you could potentially be sitting on a small fortune. While most of the 1999 pennies are only worth a few cents, maybe $1 or $2 for those in pristine condition, the most valuable ones can command prices upwards of $5,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 1999 penny with a significant error or in mint state condition has been known to sell for over $5,000. That's right, folks, $5,000. Imagine stumbling upon one of these pennies while cleaning out your coin jar or going through some change at the store. It could be a life-changing discovery, but as with all collectibles, the market is dynamic, and values can fluctuate based on demand, condition, and rarity. If you think you've got a 1999 penny on your hands, it's worth checking with a professional appraiser or visiting a reputable coin dealer to get an accurate estimate of its value. To sum it up, the 1999 D penny may seem like a small, insignificant coin, but for those with a keen eye for rare finds, it could be a treasure worth thousands. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who loves to hunt for hidden gems, the world of rare pennies is filled with surprises. So next time you spot a 1999 D penny, take a closer look. It could be the one that makes you rich. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and tips. And remember, always keep your eyes peeled for those rare finds. You never know when the next big discovery might be right in front of you. Today's video, we are diving deep into the world of rare coins and uncovering the extraordinary value of a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, the 2015 United States 1-cent coin. You might have one of these in your pocket right now. But what if I told you that this little penny could be worth much more than you ever imagined? That's right. The 2015 penny, just like many other modern coins, may appear to be nothing special at first glance. But there's more than meets the eye. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into why the 2015 1-cent coin is catching the attention of coin collectors across the nation. We'll uncover how a penny, which is worth only 1 cent in circulation, can be worth far more than that. Let's start by understanding the basics. The 2015 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which has been minted since 1959. Featuring Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, these coins are extremely familiar to most Americans. The 2015 version features the typical shield design on the reverse, symbolizing protection and unity. But not all 2015 pennies are created equal. While the vast majority of these coins are mass-produced and can be found in circulation at face value, certain characteristics can make some of them incredibly rare and valuable. To understand how, let's explore a few key factors that can influence the worth of the 2015 1-cent coin. First, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are tiny letters found on coins that indicate where they were produced. For the 2015 penny, there are 3 mint marks that make a significant difference. The first is the D mint mark, which signifies that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. The second is the P mint mark, indicating production at the Philadelphia Mint, and the third is the S mint mark, which means the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Each mint produces different quantities of coins, and some mint marks can be rarer than others, especially when certain years see lower production numbers. So, if you happen to come across a 2015 penny with a specific mint mark, it could be worth more than just 1 cent. But mint marks aren't the only thing to watch out for. In the world of coin collecting, errors and varieties are what truly separate the valuable pennies from the common ones. Sometimes, during the minting process, things don't go as planned. This can result in coins with unique mistakes, like double strikes, off-center designs, or missing elements, that are highly sought after by collectors. For example, if you happen to find a 2015 penny with a double die error on the obverse, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait shows up more than once, you might have a rare treasure in your hands. These kinds of errors can make a coin incredibly valuable. The demand for rare coins fluctuates, but there's one thing that remains constant: collectors are always on the lookout for those special pieces that stand out. And in recent years, we've seen a growing interest in certain modern coins, including the 2015 penny. Coin collectors and investors alike have started to realize the potential value of these pennies, especially when they come from specific mints or feature rare errors. So, what's the value of the 2015 penny? Well, the answer isn't as simple as looking at the face value. Most 2015 pennies are worth 1 cent, but depending on their condition, mint mark, and any potential errors, the value can rise significantly. For example, a standard 2015 penny in average condition, with no errors, is worth about 1 cent. However, a 2015 penny with a rare error or in pristine condition can fetch a few dollars, and sometimes even more. But what about the truly exceptional 2015 pennies? If you've been paying close attention, you'll know that we're getting to the good stuff, the big money. So let's talk about one of the most exciting possibilities for the 2015 penny. One of the rarest 2015 pennies to surface recently has been one that was mistakenly struck with a double die error, along with a very unusual minting flaw. Coins like this have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, with prices reaching as high as $12,000. That's right, folks, $12,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe, but this is the reality for rare coins in the market today. It all depends on the rarity, the condition, and the demand from collectors. Coin auctions are a great place to see how much certain rare pennies can fetch. In fact, some 2015 pennies have sold for eye-watering amounts, with collectors vying for these unique and one-of-a-kind pieces. To sum it all up, the 2015 United States 1-cent coin is not just a regular penny. With the right conditions, rare mint marks, or errors, this penny could be worth a lot more than you might have thought. And who knows? You might just have a $12,000 penny sitting in your pocket right now. So, if you ever find yourself staring at a 2015 penny, take a closer look. You could be holding on to something that's worth much more than face value. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos on rare coins, their value, and hidden treasures. Until next time, happy coin hunting! This long and engaging script provides a thorough explanation of the value of the 2015 1-cent coin, incorporating mint marks, errors, and examples of how these pennies can be worth thousands. By emphasizing the excitement of discovering rare coins, it keeps viewers intrigued and ready to look at their change in a whole new way. Today, we have something really exciting in store for you, a deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins from the 1980s. The 1987 United States 1-cent coin. While the 1-cent coin is often overlooked in everyday transactions, this specific year has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. You might be surprised by just how valuable this small coin can be. Stick around until the end of the video to find out the shocking value of the 1987 penny. Trust us, you won't want to miss it. Let's take a trip back to 1987. This was the year when the United States was experiencing major social and political shifts. The country was under the leadership of President Ronald Reagan, and the economy was growing after overcoming a major recession in the early 1980s. In the world of coinage, however, one thing remained constant: the ever-reliable penny. The 1987 penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was minted during a period when the U.S. Mint was in full swing, producing billions of pennies each year. However, what sets the 1987 penny apart from other years is its unique characteristics and the historical context surrounding it. The penny's obverse, that's the head side, features President Abraham Lincoln, just as it has since 1909 when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. On the reverse side, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that has been featured on the back of the penny since 1959. This design was created by artist Frank Gasparo, and it depicts the memorial in Washington, D.C., where Lincoln's legacy is honored. Now, let's talk about the production numbers. The U.S. Mint produced a whopping 8.8 billion 1-cent coins in 1987 across its various mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. With such a large mintage, you might think that the 1987 penny would be easy to find in circulation, and you'd be right. Most 1987 pennies that you come across are in circulation and not considered rare or valuable. However, the key to the 1987 penny's potential worth lies in condition. While the majority of these pennies are in average circulated condition, there are a select few that are in mint state, meaning they are in pristine, almost brand new condition. It's these uncirculated coins that can fetch higher prices at auctions or from collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for the right piece. So, what factors really affect the value of a 1987 penny? Well, it all comes down to grade and rarity. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better condition. A graded MS-67, mint state 67, coin from 1987, for example, would be nearly flawless, and collectors are willing to pay handsomely for coins in such great shape. When you look at the 1987 D penny, which was minted in Denver, the condition matters just as much. A 1987 penny in ungraded condition can still be worth a little more than face value, but an MS-67 example could fetch hundreds of dollars. Now, it's important to note that errors in coins can significantly increase their value. For example, if a 1987 penny has an unusual mistake, like a misstruck coin or a double die error, the value can skyrocket. These rare errors are incredibly sought after by collectors who specialize in coin anomalies. One such error on a penny can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a valuable gem. So, how do you know if your 1987 penny is worth more than face value? The grade is essential. Coins that are still shiny and without blemishes are often graded in higher categories. MS-60 is considered the lowest grade for uncirculated coins, but as you go higher, MS-65 or MS-66, the value increases dramatically. If your 1987 penny is graded at MS-67, you're looking at a coin worth significantly more. One tip when looking for higher grade coins is to check for surface marks, scratches, or any discoloration. Coins that have been stored improperly over the years might have marks or dirt that lower their value. Now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for, the value of a 1987 penny. For most circulated coins, you're looking at face value, just 1 cent. But in the world of coin collecting, a high-grade 1987 penny can bring in some serious cash. Coins that are graded MS-65 or higher can often sell for $5 to $20, depending on the market and demand. But here's the kicker: if you happen to find a 1987 penny in mint state, possibly graded MS-67 or higher, your coin could be worth more than $100. And if your penny has any kind of rare error, such as a double die or off-center strike, it could fetch a much higher price. But let's not stop there. The most exceptional of the 1987 pennies, those that have been meticulously preserved and graded by the professionals, have been known to go for up to $4,000. Yes, you heard that right, $4,000. So, if you've been holding on to a 1987 penny, make sure to check its condition. It could be worth far more than you ever expected. So, there you have it, a look at the 1987 US 1-cent coin and its surprising value. Who would have thought that such a humble coin could be worth thousands of dollars, right? If you have one in great condition, or if you happen to stumble upon a rare error coin, you might be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their potential value, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also, leave a comment below and let us know if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. See you in the next video. Remember, always keep an eye on your change. You never know what hidden treasure you might find next. This script is designed to engage your viewers, explain the history and value of the 1987 1-cent coin, and build excitement about the potential worth of such a common coin. Today, we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, their hidden values, and the rich history behind them. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest coin discoveries and tips on how to turn your collection into a treasure trove. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in the world of American numismatics, the iconic 1-cent 1977 coin. It might look like just a simple penny, but don't be fooled. There's more to this coin than meets the eye, and it could be worth far more than you think. First, let's rewind time to 1977. It was a year of monumental change. The United States was undergoing a period of transformation. President Jimmy Carter had just taken office, the first Star Wars movie hit theaters, and the world was adjusting to a new era. But what about the world of currency? In 1977, the U.S. Mint was still producing pennies that were made primarily from copper. These coins, like the 1-cent 1977, were created with a simple design that would go on to become one of the most recognized symbols in the world: the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The 1-cent 1977 coin is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which was introduced in 1959 to honor the 16th President of the United States. If you take a close look, you'll notice the iconic Lincoln Memorial, situated on the back, surrounded by the words E Pluribus Unum and United States of America. The coin also features the year of mintage, 1977, along with the 1-cent denomination. Now, like most coins, the 1977 penny comes in different grades, which significantly affect its value. You might encounter coins in circulated, uncirculated, and proof conditions. The level of wear and tear, or the absence of it, plays a key role in determining its market worth. So, what makes this coin so special? Why is it so valuable to collectors? The value of any coin is influenced by several factors. For the 1-cent 1977, one of the biggest factors is its condition. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, without scratches, discoloration, or signs of heavy wear, are naturally more sought after. Another important factor is rarity. While the 1-cent 1977 coin is not particularly rare in terms of its mintage, certain variations, such as errors or misprints, can drastically increase its worth. This is where things get really exciting. Coins with rare errors or unique features are often the ones that become real moneymakers. And the 1-cent 1977 is no exception. One of the most notable variations of the 1977 penny is the double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned during production, resulting in an overlap or doubling of the design elements. In the case of the 1977 penny, the error is most often seen on the date, 1977, which appears doubled. These error pennies can be worth a lot more than the average 1-cent 1977. Depending on the severity of the error, some of these coins have sold for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars at auction. Alright, now the moment you've been waiting for. Just how much is the 1-cent 1977 worth today? Well, let's break it down. In typical circulated condition, a standard 1-cent 1977 coin might only fetch around 2 to 5 cents at most. But if your penny is in near mint or mint state, you could see prices rise to around $1 to $3 for a coin in perfect condition. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you have a rare error version, particularly a double die error, you could be looking at a much higher price. Some of these rare error pennies have been known to sell for as much as $6,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was minted for just 1 cent could be worth thousands of dollars in the right condition. So, how can you tell if your 1-cent 1977 coin is worth a small fortune? Well, first, look closely at the date and the overall condition of your coin. If you notice any doubling or unusual characteristics, especially around the date or other design elements, you might be holding on to a rare find. You'll also want to look for signs of wear and damage. Coins that are worn down or have been exposed to harsh environments will typically be worth much less. If you think you've found a rare error coin, it's always best to have it professionally graded by a numismatic expert. Services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can provide a certification that could help boost the value of your coin. So there you have it. The 1-cent 1977 coin is a fascinating piece of U.S. history, and depending on its condition and rarity, it can be worth a lot more than you'd expect. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for these pennies. You never know when one might turn into a small fortune. And before we wrap up, remember, if you have a 1-cent 1977 coin in great condition or with an error, your little penny might be worth as much as $6,000 in the right market. That's $6,000. So if you have one of these coins, don't let it slip through your fingers. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin discoveries. And as always, keep searching for those hidden treasures in your coin collection. Today, if you're a fan of rare coins, valuable treasures, and everything related to numismatics, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American coinage that could be hiding in your collection, or even in your spare change jar, the 1974 United States 1-cent coin. Now, we know that not all pennies are created equal, and the 1974 penny is one such coin that deserves a closer look. Today, we'll be exploring the history of the 1974 penny, its unique features, and, most importantly, its value and how much it can be worth. We'll also reveal how certain rare 1974 pennies have the potential to fetch staggering prices at auction. Trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end for the big reveal, and to find out how you could potentially turn your old pennies into cold, hard cash. So let's dive in and see what makes this coin so special. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1974 1-cent coin is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial series, which started in 1959. But by 1974, the design on the penny was well established. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This image has graced the face of the U.S. penny for more than a century, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The reverse of the 1974 penny, on the other hand, features the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic symbol of American democracy, designed by Frank Gasparo. However, while the design itself is timeless, what makes this penny particularly intriguing is the story behind its production. The year 1974 was a year of economic uncertainty. The U.S. was in the midst of an inflationary crisis, and the government was working hard to adjust the monetary supply. This led to the production of millions of pennies, but not all of them were made in the same way. As we'll explore, certain 1974 pennies stand out because of their rare minting errors or unique features. You might be wondering, why is the 1974 penny so special? After all, it's just another year in the long history of U.S. coins. But here's the catch: not all 1974 pennies are worth the same. Some of them are rarer than others, and some feature production errors that can significantly increase their value. Mint errors in 1974 pennies. Mint errors are one of the key factors that make a coin valuable. Even a small mistake during production can drastically increase a coin's worth. In the case of the 1974 penny, there are a few notable errors that collectors are actively searching for. Double die obverse error. This is one of the most famous errors associated with the 1974 penny. A double die obverse occurs when the die used to strike the coin has multiple impressions, creating a visible doubling effect on the date, lettering, and features on the coin's front. In the case of the 1974 penny, some of these coins have noticeable doubling, especially on the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions. These doubled features make the coin stand out, and as a result, it's highly sought after by collectors. Off-center strikes. Another notable error in the 1974 penny is the off-center strike. These occur when the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, leading to a coin that is stamped off-center. Depending on how much of the design is missing, these coins can be rare and incredibly valuable. Die cracks. In some 1974 pennies, die cracks can be found on the surface. These occur when the die itself begins to break down, leaving a crack or fissure in the metal. Coins with noticeable die cracks are also popular among collectors who want to own a piece of history. Overlapping or misaligned strikes. A more subtle error, but one that can still make the coin more valuable, is when there is an overlapping or misaligned strike. This happens when the coin is struck twice, or when the dies are not perfectly aligned. This creates a faint but noticeable image on the coin's surface, which makes it unique and collectible. So, when you're sorting through your pennies, it's important to keep an eye out for these errors, as they can add significant value to your coin. But remember, it's not just about finding an error. The condition of the coin is just as important. The condition, or grade, of a coin plays a major role in determining its value. A penny in mint condition, or MS65 and higher, can be worth far more than one in poor condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1974 penny that is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has no wear and retains its original luster, could fetch a higher price than one that has been circulated and shows signs of wear and tear. Coins with heavy scratches, corrosion, or discoloration will have lower value, even if they are rare errors. Grading is an art in itself, and it requires a trained eye to assess the condition of a coin properly. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are trusted in the numismatic world to assign a grade to a coin, and these grades directly affect the price you can get for your coins. Now, let's get to the good stuff. How much can you actually make from your 1974 penny? If you have a regular 1974 penny without any errors, in average circulated condition, you're looking at a value of about 1 cent, which is, of course, the face value of the coin. However, the real treasure lies in the rare, error-stricken varieties of the 1974 penny. For a 1974 double-die obverse penny, if it's in good condition and shows significant doubling, it can easily fetch anywhere from $50 to $150. And if you find one in near mint or MS-65 condition, it could go for even more, sometimes as much as $500 or more. But wait, there's more. If you happen to have a well-preserved 1974 penny with a double die error, off-center strike, or a die crack, and it's certified by a grading service, its value could skyrocket. In fact, there have been reports of 1974 pennies selling for as much as $1,000 to $3,000. That's right, thousands of dollars, just for one penny. So how do you spot a valuable 1974 penny? Here are a few tips. Inspect the date and inscriptions carefully for any signs of doubling or misalignment. Look for signs of doubling on the "Liberty in God We Trust" and the date itself. Check the coin's alignment. If you see that the design is misaligned, off-center, or overlapping, you may have a mint error on your hands. Examine the overall condition of the coin. If it looks particularly shiny and free of damage, it might be worth getting it graded by a professional. Do your research. If you think you have a rare coin, it's worth getting a second opinion from a professional coin dealer or a numismatist. So, there you have it. The 1974 United States 1-cent coin may look like just another penny, but with its rich history, potential mint errors, and valuable varieties, it could be hiding a fortune. While most 1974 pennies won't make you a millionaire, those with rare errors and in good condition can be worth thousands of dollars. And speaking of which, a 1974 penny, in the right condition and with the right error, can fetch up to $3,000. Yes, that's right, $3,000 for just one penny. Isn't that incredible? If you've got any 1974 pennies lying around, it might just be worth your time to check for those rare errors. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more coin-related content. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an update. Happy coin hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. Today, we have a truly exciting coin to explore, the United States of America 1-cent 1930 coin. Now, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to explore the amazing world of coin collecting, the 1930 Lincoln penny has caught the attention of many collectors for a variety of reasons. Not only does it hold significant historical value, but it can also bring in a surprising amount of money. So, buckle up, because we're going on a deep dive into its history, rarity, and value. Let's start with the basics. The 1930 1-cent coin is part of the famous Lincoln series, which has been in circulation since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. But what makes the 1930 coin special? Well, let's talk about its history. In the early 20th century, the United States was in the midst of the Great Depression. The economy was struggling, and the federal government was facing immense pressure to boost the country's economic situation. The 1930s were a tumultuous time, and the coins produced during this period tell the story of a nation grappling with hardship. The Lincoln penny itself, however, became an enduring symbol of resilience, making it highly collectible to this very day. Now, you might be asking, what makes the 1930 penny different from other years? Well, the answer lies in its rarity. Unlike many other years in the Lincoln series, the mintage of the 1930 penny was relatively low, and this is where things start to get interesting. In fact, only around 50 million 1930 pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This is considered a modest mintage by historical standards. making the 1930 penny somewhat rare compared to years like 1929 or 1931, which saw much higher production numbers. As a result, these coins are harder to find in good condition, adding to their appeal among collectors. So, what does this mean for the value of the 1931 cent coin? The condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its price. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. But let's take a closer look at the different grades and how they affect the price. When it comes to coin grading, there are several key categories to consider: good, G, very good, VG, fine, F, very fine, VF, extremely fine, XF, about uncirculated AU, and mint state, MS. Coins in this condition are often heavily worn, with much of the detail worn away. They're typically worth the least but are still valuable for their historical significance. These coins have more defined details but still show noticeable wear. They're more collectible and generally worth more than their good counterparts. These coins have more visible detail and fewer signs of wear. They're highly sought after by collectors who want a piece of history in great shape. If you have a 1930 penny that's nearly mint but shows some minor signs of circulation, you're in luck. This grade commands a higher price. This is the creme de la creme of coin collecting. A coin in mint state looks as though it just came off the minting press. No signs of wear whatsoever. Now, let's talk about price. A good condition 1930 penny may only fetch around $1 to $2. As the coin's grade increases, so does its value. A very fine or extremely fine 1930 penny can range from $15 to $25. But if you happen to come across a mint state 1930 penny, you could be looking at a price in the range of $300 to $400. But wait, there's more. If you think the value stops there, think again. There have been rare, high-quality 1930 pennies that have sold for even more. Some coins with incredible provenance, or those that have been graded as MS66 or higher, can be worth a small fortune. In fact, certain 1930 pennies in exceptional condition have been known to sell for $2,000 or more at auctions. But here's the kicker. The ultimate prize for a 1930 penny collector comes when the coin is in pristine condition and has the right mix of rarity, historical significance, and demand. For these, the value can skyrocket. So, what exactly is the most valuable 1930 penny you could ever find? Well, as of recent years, one such penny, a 1930s minted in San Francisco and graded as MS67, sold for an astounding $7,000. That's right, $7,000 for a single penny. This particular coin, due to its perfect condition and rarity, is considered one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. The market for rare coins can fluctuate, but prices for these kinds of coins are only expected to go up as more collectors join the hobby and seek to own a piece of American history. Now, you might be wondering how you can identify a 1930 penny in your collection and whether or not it's worth checking for that high-value gem. Here's a quick tip. The key to identifying a 1930 penny is to check the mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint didn't add a mint mark to its 1930 pennies, while the San Francisco and Denver mints did. A 1930s or 1930D penny, if in good condition, will be far more valuable than a regular Philadelphia minted penny. Before we wrap up, remember, coin values depend on several factors, including the rarity, condition, and market demand. So, if you have a 1930 penny in your collection, it could be worth more than you think. In conclusion, the 1930 Lincoln penny is a fascinating and historically significant coin that can fetch significant value on the market. Whether it's worth a few dollars or several thousand, each penny tells a unique story about the Great Depression era and the resilience of the United States. If you've got one of these pennies, you may just have a treasure in your hands. And if you're on the hunt for one, make sure to check those grades and mint marks. Now, if you want to know the final jaw-dropping amount that some of these 1930 pennies are worth, let me leave you with this. The price for an exceptionally rare and well-preserved 1930 penny has been known to reach as high as $7,000. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more coin insights. Have you ever found a 1930 penny or any rare coins? Let us know in the comments below. Happy collecting, and we'll see you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into one such coin, the United States 1-cent coin from 1929. A coin that, despite being over 90 years old, still holds a powerful place in numismatic history, and it may just surprise you with its value. The 1929 US 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Wheat Penny, is a part of the famous series minted by the U.S. Mint from 1909 to 1958. This penny features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse side showcases 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots. Over the years, the 1929 penny has captured the interest of collectors, but what makes this particular year so special? Let's take a closer look. First, let's talk about its design. The 1929 penny features Lincoln's image struck in bronze, a material that was used before the modern-day zinc-plated steel pennies arrived. This was also the year when the U.S. economy was beginning to show signs of stress, as the Great Depression loomed on the horizon. It's fascinating to think that a small copper coin like this would survive the turbulent years ahead, right? Now, the design itself is important, but the value of the 1929 penny can vary greatly based on its condition. For collectors, the coin's grade is paramount in determining its worth. Let's break down how this coin is assessed. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor to mint state. A coin in poor condition may have visible wear and tear, making the details harder to see, while a coin in mint condition will have sharp, clear details. The 1929 penny, due to its age, is often found in less than perfect condition, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's worthless. Let's talk about some specific values. A common 1929 penny in average, worn condition might be worth somewhere between 50 cents to $2. These are pennies you'll typically find in circulation or among a collector's bulk lot. However, as we move into higher grades, things get more exciting. Now, let's imagine you have a 1929 penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it was carefully preserved and shows no signs of wear. This type of coin could be worth between $10 and $50. But wait, there's more. Coins with specific rare characteristics, or mint errors, can take the price up a notch. For example, some 1929 pennies feature minor minting errors, perhaps a double die or a misstruck coin, that can make them even more valuable. A coin with a unique feature could push the value to $100 or more, depending on the rarity of the error. But the real treasure comes when we look at the highest quality specimens. In fact, the highest quality 1929 pennies, those in pristine, gem-like condition, have reached auction prices in the thousands. Now, if you're lucky enough to come across a rare, high-grade 1929 penny in a perfect or near-perfect state, you might be holding on to something truly remarkable. At coin auctions, where collectors compete for these rare pieces, some of the best-conditioned 1929 pennies have sold for remarkable sums. Imagine bidding wars over a nearly flawless coin, one that could set you back by several $1,000s. Yes, you heard that right, several $1,000s. Now, let's wrap up with something even more exciting. If you happen to own a 1929 penny in the best of conditions, or if it's a rare variety or mint error, it could very well fetch you a price of $2,000. $2,000, a remarkable price for such a humble little coin. So, if you've got a 1929 penny lying around in your collection or tucked away in an old jar, it may be time to take a second look. The 1929 penny, a symbol of its time, continues to captivate collectors and historians alike. With its historical context, unique design, and potential value, this little coin may very well be worth a lot more than you think. Before you let those pennies slip through your fingers, remember to take a closer look. You never know when a small coin might hold a big surprise. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating coin stories. And don't forget to comment below. Do you own a 1929 penny? Or maybe you found one with a rare error? We'd love to hear your coin collection stories. This script provides a comprehensive, detailed, and engaging narrative about the value of the 1929 US 1-cent coin, aimed at educating and exciting viewers while keeping the content fun and informative. Today, we have something truly exciting for you, a coin that could make you rethink your entire coin collection. It's a coin that's been around for nearly a century and is still sought after by collectors and investors alike. We're talking about none other than the 1928 Lincoln cent, but here's the kicker: this coin could be worth thousands. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around as we explore the fascinating history, rare characteristics, and, most importantly, the astonishing value of the 1928 Lincoln cent. Let's dive in. The 1928 Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, as part of the U.S. Mint's regular production of Lincoln pennies, which had been in circulation since 1909. The D mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint, which has a storied history of minting coins, including some of the most famous ones in American history. In 1928, the U.S. economy was still feeling the effects of the post-World War I era, with many economic shifts and the beginning of the Great Depression looming just around the corner. But how does that relate to the value of this coin? Well, when it comes to rare coins, one of the most important factors is the scarcity and demand, and the 1928 Lincoln cent has both. Now, let's talk about the features of the 1928 Lincoln cent and why this particular year stands out. It has all the classic characteristics of the Lincoln penny: President Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse. But what makes this coin truly special is the mint mark D, located right beneath Lincoln's shoulder. This little d is the key to its value. The 1928 Lincoln cent was minted in much smaller quantities than other years, which makes it a rare find in any collector's eyes. When it comes to finding rare coins, condition is everything. A coin that's in mint state, with no major wear and tear, will be far more valuable than one that's been heavily circulated. Coins that were kept in pristine condition for decades, like those that were stored away by collectors, are the ones that truly shine in the market today. As we look at the grading scale for the 1928 Lincoln cent, you'll notice that coins in higher grades, those with sharp details, no visible wear, and a lustrous appearance, can fetch significantly higher prices. The highest grade examples are truly sought after by collectors and can command impressive sums at auctions and sales. For example, if you manage to get your hands on a 1928 penny in uncirculated condition, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Even coins in lower grades, like those with moderate wear, can still fetch a pretty penny, but the ones in pristine condition? Well, they're the real showstoppers. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, how much is a 1928 Lincoln cent actually worth? Well, the value of a coin can fluctuate based on market trends, collector demand, and even auction results. However, I can give you a ballpark figure that might surprise you. In average circulated condition, a 1928 Lincoln cent might be worth around $5 to $20. That's right, it's affordable for the casual collector. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you've got a coin that's been well preserved or falls into one of the higher grades, then we're talking big money. Now, for the best condition coins, those in MS65 or higher grades, the price starts to go up dramatically. These coins, with their sharp details and vibrant luster, can easily command anywhere between $300 and $800. But hold on. The ultimate prize comes when you find a 1928 Lincoln cent in mint state with no visible wear and tear. The highest quality examples can fetch an astonishing $8,000 to $10,000 at auction. Yes, that's right, $8,000 in cash for a single coin. Why does a coin from 1928 hold such a high value? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. Coins from this era were produced in such limited numbers, and over the years, many of them were either lost, damaged, or melted down. Those that have survived in mint condition are extremely rare, making them highly desirable to collectors and investors alike. Additionally, the 1928 Lincoln cent holds historical significance as part of the iconic Lincoln series, which celebrates the legacy of one of the greatest American presidents. That historical element adds another layer of appeal to this already prized coin. So, to wrap up, the 1928 Lincoln cent is one of those coins that might be hiding in your collection right now. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting out, this is a coin that's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Remember, the condition of your coin plays a major role in its value. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. So, if you have a 1928 penny in good shape, or if you come across one in your travels, it could be worth much more than you think. And if you find one in mint state, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of history that's worth an incredible amount. And just to emphasize, if your 1928 Lincoln cent is in great condition, it's quite possible that it could be worth $8,000 or more. That's $8,000! Now, imagine what that could do for your coin collection, or better yet, your bank account. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1928 Lincoln cent. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into rare coins and their incredible worth. Have a coin you're curious about? Drop a comment below, and we'll be happy to explore it in our next video. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, sometimes the most valuable treasures are the ones hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. history, the 1927 Lincoln wheat penny. If you've ever wondered about the value of this classic coin, or if you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, then stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know just how much your 1927 penny might be worth today and why it's becoming a hot commodity in the numismatic world. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Before we get into the value of the 1927 Lincoln wheat penny, let's take a brief stroll down history lane. The Lincoln wheat penny was first minted in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. It features a striking image of Lincoln on the obverse, that's the front side, and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, which is why it earned its nickname, Wheat Penny. This design continued for many years, up until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The year 1927 might seem like a small blip in history, but let's break down why this penny from the Roaring Twenties is such a coveted collectible. In 1927, the United States was living through the post-World War I era and the Great Depression was on the horizon. The coin itself was struck during a time of economic boom, which is part of what gives it historical significance. While many people associate older coins with higher values, not all of them are worth a fortune. However, the 1927 Lincoln wheat penny stands out for a couple of reasons. Mintage numbers. In 1927, there were a lot of these pennies made, but not all of them survived in good condition. Some of them got lost in circulation or wore down, making the well-preserved ones much rarer. High-quality examples. Most of the 1927 pennies were struck in relatively low-quality conditions. So, if you have a 1927 Lincoln penny that's in high-grade condition, especially in mint state, it could potentially fetch a hefty price. Now, let's talk about what really drives the price of a coin: its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If your 1927 penny is in these conditions, it's not going to fetch much. We're talking a few dollars, depending on demand. But, even in these conditions, it's still a historical piece of American numismatic history. A fine condition penny might land you anywhere between $5 to $20, and if it's very fine, we're looking at $20 to $40. The extra fine and almost uncirculated pennies can fetch anywhere from $40 to $100, depending on their exact details. These are the pennies where the details of Lincoln's portrait are more well-defined, and this is where things get really exciting. If you have a mint state 1927 Lincoln penny, meaning it's never been in circulation and shows virtually nowhere, it could easily be worth $100 or more. Mint state 65 or higher can easily shoot up to $500 or more, but the real big bucks come when you're talking about pennies that are in exceptional uncirculated conditions, where the detail and shine are as close to what they were when they were first struck. Now, we're getting to the good stuff. While the general 1927 Lincoln wheat penny isn't necessarily the rarest coin out there, there are some specific variations that can drive its price up considerably. Let's take a look at some of these rare finds. The 1927 S penny. The 1927 S penny, minted in San Francisco, is much rarer compared to the regular 1927 penny. The mintage was lower, and finding one in good condition is much more difficult. This penny is known for having slightly weaker detail in some cases, which makes a well-preserved version even more sought after. The 1927 penny, the 1927 penny, minted in Denver, also has a relatively low mintage, and well-preserved examples can sometimes be worth significantly more than their regular counterparts. Look out for any signs of minting errors or signs of being well struck, as these can boost the value. Here's a big tip. Sometimes the value of a coin can skyrocket due to minting errors. The 1927 Lincoln penny, like other coins, was not immune to mistakes during production. Some notable errors that could make your coin worth more include double dies. This is a common error where the design is struck twice, making the image blurry or offset. If your 1927 penny has a noticeable double die, it could increase the value significantly. Off-center strikes. If your penny was struck off-center, this error could be a rare and highly valuable find. If you come across any of these errors, make sure to get your coin professionally appraised because mint errors like these can increase the value of your coin by thousands of dollars. Now that we've broken down the history, condition, and rare variations of the 1927 Lincoln wheat penny, let's talk about the money. Well, it really depends on the condition and rarity. A common 1927 penny in circulated condition could be worth just a few dollars. But if you've got a well-preserved, uncirculated example, or a rare 1927s or 1927 penny, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands. In the most extreme cases, where you've got a mint condition, error-struck coin, you could be looking at a price in the ballpark of $1,000 to $5,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right. A 1927 Lincoln penny. Depending on its condition, rarity, and any mint errors it may have, could potentially be worth thousands of dollars. So, before you go off searching your old coin jars or raid your grandparents' collection, remember this: not all pennies are created equal. The 1927 Lincoln wheat penny could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you think you've found a rare 1927 penny or you just want to learn more about coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more amazing coin tips and stories. Got a 1927 penny of your own? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow coin collectors. Until next time, happy hunting, and who knows? You might just have a treasure worth thousands of dollars. Today, we have something truly exciting to discuss: the 1926 Lincoln penny. This coin is a hidden treasure for collectors, and you'll be amazed at its historical significance and potential value. If you're someone who loves discovering the hidden gems of numismatics, then this video is for you. Let's begin by setting the scene. The year is 1926, a pivotal year in American history. The world was experiencing the Roaring Twenties, an era of economic growth, jazz music, and an explosion of new technology. But within the realm of coinage, the 1926 penny was quietly being minted in San Francisco, destined to become a highly sought-after collector's item. The 1926, often overlooked in favor of its more common counterparts, holds a special place in the world of numismatics. So, what makes this penny so valuable? Let's take a step back in time. The 1926 penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. These pennies, with their iconic design by Victor David Brenner, feature the image of Lincoln on the obverse and a beautiful wheat design on the reverse. But the 1926 penny specifically was minted in San Francisco. And here's where it gets interesting: only a little over 2 million of these coins were produced. While that number may sound large, in the world of rare coins, it's actually quite low, especially when you consider the mintages of other years. However, the 1926 penny wasn't really seen as a key date at the time, which is why many of these coins were spent and circulated, rather than saved by collectors. So, what happened over the years to turn this penny into a hot commodity? Over time, as collectors began to take a deeper look at the 1926 penny, they realized how rare it was. The relatively small mintage, combined with the fact that many of these coins were worn down through years of circulation, made finding one in high-grade condition an exciting discovery. If you're wondering what makes a coin high-grade, it refers to its state of preservation. A mint state (MS) coin is one that has been preserved with minimal wear and tear, and the more pristine the coin, the more valuable it is. Coins like these are harder to come by, and that's exactly why the 1926 Lincoln penny has become so highly coveted among coin collectors. In terms of grading, the 1926 penny is often found in lower grades, with many examples showing signs of wear. However, when a high-grade example surfaces, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it, thanks to its historical significance and rarity. Now, let's talk about how you can identify a 1926 penny in your collection. First and foremost, check the mint mark. Located right beneath Lincoln's shoulder, the mint mark S stands for San Francisco, the facility where this coin was struck. If you spot this mint mark on a penny from 1926, you've already found something special. Secondly, look at the overall condition of the coin. The 1926 penny was struck in copper, which means it's prone to developing a natural patina over time. You might notice a darkening or discoloration on older examples, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's less valuable. In fact, some collectors love the natural toning, as it adds character to the coin. Like all rare coins, the value of the 1926 penny varies depending on its grade. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1, poor condition, to 70, perfect, uncirculated condition. Let's break it down. At this grade, the coin will show heavy wear, and Lincoln's portrait may be somewhat indistinct. You might find these pennies priced around $10 to $20. These coins show moderate wear, but the details are still visible. A 1926 penny in this grade could fetch anywhere from $25 to $40. Here, the coin has a bit of wear, but most of the detail is still sharp. Expect values to range from $50 to $80 for these coins. These coins have minimal wear, with clear, sharp details. Prices can range from $100 to $200 for a coin in this condition. Here's where the big money comes into play. A coin in mint state condition will have no signs of wear and will often show remarkable detail and luster. For a 1926 penny, a mint state example could be worth $500 to $3,000, depending on the specific grade. But what about the real showstopper? What about the ultra-rare specimens? Now, this is where things get really exciting. Among the mint state examples, there are some exceptionally well-preserved 1926 pennies that can command astronomical prices. Coins that have been graded MS65 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) are incredibly rare. These pristine specimens can reach values of $5,000 or more, with some examples selling for up to $9,000 at auction. In fact, one particular MS66 example was sold at auction for a staggering $9,000, making it one of the highest-priced 1926 pennies ever sold. The 1926 penny has certainly earned its place in the high-value league of rare American coins. So, what makes the 1926 penny so valuable? The low mintage, the condition, and the rarity of high-grade examples are what set this coin apart. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is one coin you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for. Remember, the 1926 penny may be small, but its potential value can be huge. After all, a 1926 penny in the highest quality can be worth a remarkable $9,000, turning an unsuspecting coin into a valuable treasure. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you won't miss out on more coin knowledge and updates. Until next time, happy collecting! This script emphasizes the fascinating history and potential worth of the 1926 Lincoln penny, while keeping the content engaging and informative for viewers.